Hello students, welcome back. In our previous video, we tried talking about the equilibrium through AD and AS approach. Now let's begin the same with the other approach, that is S&I approach. So here we go. And again, we have taken to cut down on time requirement. We have already taken that table, right? Now, S&I approach. Why are we doing S&I approach? I did tell you in previous video as well that when we say AD is equal to AS is the condition of equilibrium. AD is made up of C and I and AS is made up of C and S. So mathematically, C gets cancelled with C. And hence we land on another expression of the same approach. That is, if we are going by S&I approach also, we would land on the same value of equilibrium, level of income and employment in the economy. So here we go. And what again, I'm giving you 4 pointers, 4 to 5 pointers, that whenever there is a full length question asked for 4 to 6 marks in the boards, right? So for such detailed questions, you ideally should be giving the definition, what is equilibrium, where is it met, then you talk about the assumptions, and assumptions followed by schedule and curve and explanation. And beyond this, there is no one on this earth who would be just cutting your marks because you have given the full-fledged things here. Right. And whenever we are talking about explanation is incomplete when we are talking about only equilibrium. We do talk about the situations of disequilibrium as well. Right. So let's move step by step. So when we talk about what is the definition, so definition is as it is reflected by the formula, the economy gets to have the equilibrium level of income where savings, ex-ante savings are equal to ex-ante investments, means the planned savings and planned investments in the economy are equal. So that level is the equilibrium level of income. So with this, definition is done. Assumptions we did in our previous video also. So let's talk about, just recall all those 4 assumptions we talked about. I is autonomous, means constant. Price level remains constant. It's a matter of short run equilibrium. We are not talking about long run. And the last was, it's a two-sector model we are talking about. It means we do not have any intervention of the government and the rest of the world. Right. Then move to the third step, and that is schedule. I did tell you this is the basic, this schedule I'm saying is the comprehensive one. We do have 3 more columns, AD, AS, and I, and then you can use it anywhere, wherever it is required in the chapter, right, for any concept. But for this S&I approach, all these pointers are not required. So the first 3 are required along with 1 more, that is I, and that is done. So how do we go about it? As we assumed I to be a constant value of 10. So let's have it once again here. So if it is 10, right. So where do we have I and S equal? I and S both are equal here, and I'm just trying to sync the things. Why am I taking all the values the same in all the videos? Because students get familiarized. For every concept they can use the same table, because board would be asking for 1 or 2 odd concepts, not all. So you can use the same constant table, right? So S and I is here equal to each other. It means what is the level of income which is at equilibrium? That is 300. Right? So this way we are done with the schedule as well. How do we go about curve? So curve means I need to know how does S look, how does I look, and we have to have their equality. So how I behaves? I is autonomous in nature, which is going parallel to x-axis. And how does S go for? This is our origin line, and S begins from negative and moves to positive. So because it is equal here, so this becomes my equilibrium. And when I say equilibrium, drop it down on the x-axis and just mention it y star. And we are done. Label properly, you would write savings and investments. And here it is, income. So savings and investments, income, and you are done. Now, when we're talking about this diagram, are you able to notice one more very important point here? Yes, it is this point. What do you see here? S is equal to 0 because it's on the x-axis. So which is this point? Are you able to recognize? This is BEP, break-even point. Why is it break-even point? Because S is equal to 0. So we are done with the curve as well. And the last segment is the explanation. So how do we go about the explanation? Explanation, we have already said that point of situation of equilibrium is, so we'll talk about equilibrium is equal to S is equal to I. So S and I, we have already talked about Y star level of equilibrium. Now let's talk about the disequilibrium aspect. And when we say disequilibrium, where is disequilibrium? Again, there are two situations of disequilibrium. And what are they? The first case talks about savings greater than investment, and the second case is savings are lesser than investments. Who are saving and who are investing? Households are saving and investment is done by the producers. And whenever there is a mismatch, whenever there is imbalance, it means the economy is facing a situation of disequilibrium. So we have to just check it from the production point of view. Means if savings are more, people are not spending. It means the situation is there is unwanted stock. So unwanted stock of or unwanted inventories are there. So unwanted inventories means the stocks of inventories keep on piling up. Why? Because savings are more. People are saving more. They are not spending. So how to go about it? What's the solution? The solution is there should be cut in the production. Production should be reduced. Because here, when we are talking about savings greater than investment, we are talking about the point beyond Y star level, right side to the Y star level, this level. So when S is greater than I, it means I am probably here, right, at Y dash situation. But where do I want to go? I want to reach at Y star. So the simple solution visible from the diagram also is I should reduce. The economy should cut on production, hence income, and hence will reach the equilibrium. So this is the remedy. And when we talk about S lesser than I, S lesser than I is in the initial phases or till it reaches equilibrium. Why the situation and the whole coverage before Y star level. So it means I'm talking about this. See my pen. Where is it moving? So S is lesser. Savings are less. It means people are not saving. They are spending. It means the inventories are short and they are falling short of what are expected inventories. So short, right? So what is the solution? Because inventories are less. People are going for more and more expenditure. So the solution is we should produce more. So production should be given a boost, and this is the solution. So these are the two situations of disequilibrium, and the solution lies in terms of production only, whether we are to increase the production or we are to reduce the production. Right. Now, I just want to close this lecture with one comprehensive diagram. If you are aware of that diagram, you can make any diagram in this chapter. And what is it? Let's make all the components one by one. And in this diagram, I'll try to give you all the required things. Right. So this is my diagram. Here, I'm just trying to make X and Y axis first. And this is income. And here you can write aggregate demand and aggregate supply. because rest all are the components of aggregate demand and supply, C, I, S, and whatnot, right? This is origin point. Now, how do we go about it? Let us go one by one. Investments are autonomous in nature. I'm writing I. C begins somewhere from the positive value of X, so I'm writing C. I know that C and I together make AD, but how much would AD be? AD is C plus I, so I'll take this level of value, right, above C. Because C is this, and I'll have to add the constant value of I to make AD. So here we go. If we just go parallel to C with this becomes AD. Now, we all know AS. How does AS behave? AS simply moves at 45 degree, and this is Y, right? So, are we able to see equilibrium and break-even point in this? Right, we can, because AS and AD are equal, so it means the equilibrium level of income is this in the economy. You drop it down, and this is Y star level of equilibrium. And where is break-even? Break-even is this level. This is BEP. So this is BEP, and it drop it down at Y. You may name it as A. Never mind. Right. Now, from this very diagram, let us find the break-even point and equilibrium through the other approach, as well as let us derive S from this expression. So how did we go for S? For that, we need 2 points, right? Let us talk about C bar, which is this value above O. So we'll just measure it exactly below O. So this becomes minus C bar, and this is C bar, right? And where is the second point to find S? At S is equal to 0, we get BEP break even. So if we are aware of break even, this level, it means, or this is the intersection point of C and Y. See, this is C and this is Y. So this is the second point from where S should go. And now that you are making the comprehensive diagram, you must understand that the other approach of equilibrium is where S is equal to I. It means S curve should ideally be passing through this third point as well. So here we go, and I'll try to just make it once again. So this way, when you are making it with ruler, there would not be any deviation. I'm sorry for this glitch here, but this is how we are writing S here, and this is 100% comprehensive diagram. Why am I saying so? Because it is giving you BEP through 2 expressions. Where is BEP? Let us jot down all the expressions. BEP is attained where C is equal to Y and S is equal to 0. So let us check. S is 0 here, and at this very level, C is equal to Y, right? 2 more expressions. You can be given a question in the examination, show with the help of diagram BEP, or they may just twist it, that show with the help of diagram the point where APC is equal to 1. So this is the point where APC is equal to 1. Why? Because APC means C by Y. Here consumption and income are equal, so APC becomes equal to 1. Or alternatively, they may say, show the point where APS is equal to 0. Because S is equal to 0, hence APS becomes 0 at this very point. So this is talking about all perspectives of BEP. Next point is, next chapter talks about the equilibrium. And what are the 2 approaches of equilibrium? The approaches are, we should have AD equal to AS and S is equal to I at the same time. So where is AD and AS? AD and S are equal here. See, this is the point E. And at this very drop down, we have eventually a point where S is equal to I also. So that's why I have written this as Y star level, means the economy. So when you give the crux of the story, you may write the BEP is attained at OY level of income and equilibrium is attained at OY star level of income. And if you practice this diagram would go wrong when you're doing it for the first and second time. But third time, it's going to give you accurate results. And, with this comprehensive diagram, you're able to make any figure of these two chapters so far done. So I recommend that, yeah, you do practice for the same. I hope today's session was enriching. So let's wait for the next video. Till then, see ya. Bye-bye.